What's going on, guys? Plastic Beach X3 back here with another One Piece sim video, and this time it's going to be another ranked ladder video utilizing the Bonney strategy. So still playing the list that I've been on with the 4 doffy. I'm kind of liking it. You could argue that these two, like I've seen lists that have 3 corazon, 3 Barto. Just because Barto is really good into RP Law over Corazon, but I just feel like Corazon is does double duty because it's not only good into black, it's also good into the mirror, and just like any deck that plays hody, it's also really good into there. So, and like Perona, there's just more black decks than there are like RP Law, but you know, you could also have to consider that RP Law is probably more popular than any other strategy. But either way, let's get into the games. First up, it's going to be against Lucci. He's going to choose to go second. And in this matchup, I'm hardcore mulliganing for Hawkins, or like a way to get to Hawkins. I have double Bonney, and like I also have hody on curve, so I feel like this hand is good enough. Double Bonney, hopefully get into a Hawkins. I miss the Hawkins, and I miss it again, so I get a Bonney 5 drop and a Kid. Swing 5, this is not a matchup that you want to starve. You want to go straight at face pretty much all the time. Now I'm on 5 down. I do get a Hawkins, so that's absolutely huge. I'll be able to play that next turn. We'll go 6 of life and just play the Urog. His trash is not very set up, I don't think, yet. I'm going to go 6. And I can tap the Brook, but I guess I stand corrected. He has enough, at least for a Kaku. And can kill the Urog. Now I'm probably just going to swing 5. And no, actually I go 6 at the Brook because I want to ensure the kill on the Brook, because the Brook is like the one card in the matchup that can kill the Hawkins without simply because like it's a when attacking effect and not an on play effect, so I can't rest whatever they play. Whereas with like Lucci, I can rest the Gecko that they play or something like that. So he's going to go 7. I'll take it and hit a corazon. Dirty. Just dirty with the Kid. He's going to play a Spandam and be able to swing 7 and then still have 4 up. I decided to take it because I am just probably going to play Kid next turn. He's just going to Khalifa me. There's nothing scary that he can play on 4 besides like Borsalino maybe. So I'm just going to go 5 at life. And then 7 at life. One thing I've been watching like other people's videos with Bonney, just to like maybe pick up some new strats or something, or like new card choices. And one thing I see a lot that people just simply do not swing with the Basil Hawkins for some reason. Like that card is busted. If it's just sitting there doing nothing every turn, it's not as good as being a 7k unkillable swinger. Like I get it, it's a blocker for sure, but like still, I feel like you just want to wait. I say like you just swing with it until you don't need to anymore, or you can't anymore. Like I just always take the swing with it unless like I have to keep it up for game. That's like the way I read the blocker effect on that is not like I want to block every turn with it. It's more if I need it to be a blocker, it can be, but otherwise it's just an unkillable swinger. 7k base. Like, that's busted. I'm gonna go 5 at life. Gonna decide if I need to swing with the Hawkins. Like I was saying, I'm only gonna keep it up if I absolutely need to. 1, because it's just a good swinger at 7k, and it almost guarantees a life, so that I can kill him on the next turn is the main reason. So like just playing doffy here, he's going to have a Khalifa, Gecko, Lucci swing, and I think I can counter out at least of the Khalifa, so I should be fine. I just really wanted to think about it because, you know, on the ranked ladder. Deserves a think. So I will just stun the leader, stun the Kaku, pass turn. I think opponent makes an interesting play here. I don't know if they thought maybe they had to swing into the kid or what. But he's going to go 10 into the kid. I will save it because I have the 0 drop. And then he's going to go double blocker and like, yeah, hody, GG. I mean, the bane of the blackjack is that they barely have any counters in hand usually. They just get clogged with like the tall guys that they play, and the events that they have to play. So their end of game strategy is to go double blocker. Usually Rebecca, get a 2K, play Sabo, so that they're both unkillable, and hody just decimates that strategy. Especially if you put them in danger with, you know, like this right here, 3 big bodies. Yeah. And even on the crackback, there's just no way he had it there. Theoretically, if he did have it, maybe he kills me on the crackback, depending on if he can kill the kid. But let's get into the next game. Gonna be against an RP Law opponent. I will finally win a die roll and choose to go second. I'm going to mulligan my hand because I'm mulliganing for Hody Jones in this matchup. Don't get it, so I'm just going to go Bonney into Urug. Double Hawkins is really good, obviously. They're just going to completely ignore the Bonney, which, you know, is fine in this situation. You know, questionable otherwise, but I do just play the Urug past turn. I've adopted a strategy to where against RP Law, I'm just never going to swing at their life unless I have to. Because they'll just lose cards eventually. And they'll run out of cards. Or run out of Reju's. I will be able to tap the Missile Sunday and then swing 5 into it. I'm going to play Basil here. Decently hard for them to remove. I don't know if I've updated you guys about this, but there's a big question of whether Basil, if they get him down to 3 and then they bottom deck it and play something with the leader effect, can you tap the card they play for leader effect with the Basil to prevent it from bottom decking? And the answer is no, you cannot do that. It bottom decks and then plays. I think it's just a bug on the sim, or it's just someone didn't know the ruling or something, which is whatever, but just know for like real life, that is the correct ruling. Basil cannot bottom deck. Still, they have to invest a lot of cards in it to kill it. And like as I've been saying, at the end of the day, it is really just a 7k swinger. So, and like if they don't want to tap, if they don't want to swing out first, they'll give you like value for your blocks with the Basil. Then they're kind of forced into. Sorry, I'm watching the game and talking at the same time. They're kind of forced into letting you have the effect. So they're just forced to swing first, essentially. I choose not to tap the Basil because a double Q killer could feel really bad. So it's just safer to keep it up in that position. So now I'm just going to play board. I have double 10 drop, so that's pretty good. Gonna kill the 5Ks and then swing into the queen and be able to stun the board. So, you know, never swinging at life, just controlling the board. This dude, I think, has played 3 Reju's. Oh no, there's the third one. Plays another Ein. Yeah, so I'm just gonna start swinging at face because I can finally play my kid pretty decently safely. I am gonna keep one blocker up just, you know, in case. But I feel like this is just the best time to go in, set up for the 2-turn kill. Pass turn. Put him on kill me now or lose next turn. I have the kid, the Hawkins, the leader. And looks like they only have one raise max. Let's see if they had double. What could they have? What's like the worst they could have done? They go double. Oh, happy. They go double. Gordon raise max, so they're sitting at 7 Dawn. I guess they just -3 without swinging, like putting a Dawn under a character or something, and go to. I think they would go back to, because they would -3, and then gain 1 back, so they would go back to 7, and then they would have 1, 2, 3, 4 swings if I tap the kid with the leader ability into my blocker 2 life, and I have 4k in hand, so it's not impossible. I think if they had Kid Killer, if they had double reducer Kid Killer, it, probably can't win the game, just based on this, what I'm seeing here. Yeah, so I definitely shouldn't have sung with the Cavendish or the Basil Hawkins then, if that is the case, because I think I lose to a double reducer Kid Killer. Yeah. Yep. So maybe. I mean, I would only have to counter out of 1, right? So it really depends how they divide up the Dawn, but I'm pretty sure they could get there. But maybe not. Who knows? Gonna go to the end, just so I guess we could see it play out. He does end up outing the kid, so he's gonna 6 into the kid. I will 2k it. Seven into the kid. No point in saving that or blocking that. And they're gonna go 6 at life. So I think my idea here is that if I give up both cards in hand and he plays Kid Killer, he can swing 5, 7, leader effect 7 with another Kid Killer. So I put him on 2 Kid Killers, like that's because that's essentially the best hand he could have in this situation is 2 Kid Killers. So you got to put him on it. So he's gonna go 6, discard 2, play Kid Killer, swing 5. I block, play Kid Killer, take. So if I counter out, I don't die to the best hand. But I think I was just a little worried about him not having that hand, and maybe me just putting him on 2 cards that he doesn't have. So I do take the block here. I'm not sure if that was right, if I do take the block. I mean, I win either way through double Kid Killer, because if I block, he has to go 5, 7, 7, or like 6, 7, 7 most with Kid effect, and I can get out of the 6. So it was probably safe either way. That's what I was thinking. So I block here. He has to go, like, at most if he has double Kid Killer, he has to go Kid Killer, play it now, Dawn -3, play the other one, get it Dawn back with Kid, blocker, and then put that Dawn under leader, swing 6, 7, 7. But he didn't even have the second Kid Killer. So going to the last game of this video. It's gonna be a pretty nail. It's gonna be a nail biter. I'll give it to this guy. It was a nail biter. It's going to be against a Yamato. I'm gonna keep this hand. I think I misplayed this matchup pretty bad. I probably should have played the blocker and just stayed at 5 life as long as possible, but maybe not. I don't know. because I do get a kid off of this Bonney, and like kid is broken in the Yamato matchup generally. And I actually do end up taking this double swing because I have the kid and corazon, so I feel pretty safe taking that. And like I don't plan on swinging at their life for a good while, so giving them the triggers isn't like that big of a deal right now. I do counter out of this 8 swing though. Swing 5 and then play the Basil Hawkins, get a Dawn back, and I do make just a game-losing misplay right here. Put me in such a bad position. He's on 7 Dawn. He's going to choose to swing 5 with his leader, and then play. I should have just, obviously they play Hody Jones. Like it was so dumb to tap the Basil. I just thought it was free because he swung 5. Wasn't even thinking of Hody Jones. So it just immediately gets punished by Hody, swing 10 to the Basil Hawkins. Yeah, that was just a bad play. So now I have to recuperate from that gigantic misplay. I should have just 1K'd out of that, obviously. And then I'm going to swing big into this Hody to try and secure board. Nothing really better to do on this turn. And I'm going to be able to stand up 2 Dawn with the Urog to play around the next Hody, hopefully. They're going to go 8. I'll just take it. They're going to play 9-drop Zoro. So, yeah, kid isn't as good anymore. So I think a long time, and I still don't know if I made the right choice. Because I rip a Zoro off the top, and it's really enticing to play that so I can hope like maybe clear his board next turn after he swings out. And like the only issue is like, can I live? And the answer is probably not through a Hody. But maybe if he doesn't have the Hody and he thinks I have a ton of counter in hand, I can get out of there, So I think really hard about this, and like, I could definitely tap the Bonney, get a search, and then be able to stand the Dawn up back with Urog, but I really wanted to keep the Urog standing and 2 Dawn up to play around the Hody. As I said in my last I can't remember what video it was, but it was maybe a couple videos ago, talking about Hody in the mirror, is that you want to keep up Urog and double Dawn so that they have to choose between tapping both Dawn and just leaving the blocker alone, or tapping the blocker and a Dawn, in which case your leader effect is live. So I do that. I'm gonna tap the Hody here, I think, on this first 9 swing, and just take the swing. The reason I do that is because if I take the swing, the leader just is a vanilla now. So it's, not as scary. But I honestly think if they just went crazy for it, they maybe could have got it there. He's going to swing another 11 with the Zoro after playing Otamna into Hiyori, and I do get the 0-drop event, which increases the counter in my hand by 3, so that's huge. I will be able to use that on the 7 swing, and then he actually chooses not to swing with the Zoro so that I can't swing into it, playing pretty defensively. So I think at this point I just simply cannot play around the Hody in hand, so I have to I have to play the kid, right? I have to play the kid so that I can hopefully live another turn. There's no possible way I kill him through blocker for life. So I think I just have to straight up play the kid, and like obviously I'm gonna play Corazon with it because Corazon gets around the Hody, so that's pretty good. I can actually swing twice with the Zora, so because I have the Urog on the field, I can just get that Dawn back. So I'll put him in kill range for next turn, and then play the kid with the Corazon, stand the Dawn back up with Urog. And now you're gonna see the, I guess, the game bug. I'm not exactly sure what happens here. He's gonna swing 9 into the kid. I'm gonna tap the hody because I have a hody for the blocker next turn. And then he says something like, I wait a while, and then he says like, question mark, are you there? And I'm like, yeah, I just countered out. Yeah, I don't know, because that seemed pretty quick. So I don't know what, like, maybe he, my first instinct was like he misplayed and lost because he misplayed, like swung 9, and then like realized that if he stands Zora back up, he's gonna have to swing 9. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know. If he stands Zora back up, he swings like however much he wants. I'm gonna block twice. And then his leader has to swing here, and then like you just get out of the Momo most likely. So maybe he just massively misplayed or something, I'm not sure, and acted like he did this, or he just, it actually did bug out. But I don't understand. I've never seen a bug like that to where I 2K counter and they can't see it that I 2K counter. So, and just to further support my theory, I'll say this. We'll read what he says here. I guess bug. For me, kid is at 8K. Now see, yes, kid is at 8K. That's why the 2K got over the 9K. So I'm not really understanding what he's getting at. Maybe he's saying that on his screen, kid is still 8K. You can't see that I discarded the 2K. That very well could be the case. I don't know. Maybe his sim did bug for him. Maybe it didn't. We're going to be able to see his hand to really tell the whole story. And I'll let you guys decide for yourself what happened here. It says well played and then concedes. I wasn't willing to concede because I think I could have won. If he misplays, which I think he did. He can definitely stand the Zora back up now. He just doesn't have any blockers, so like, yeah, I mean, I really don't know what this guy was doing. I don't think he was killing me because Zora could have swung 2 more times, and I just blocked both of those, depending on how he swings. Like if he swings like, I don't know, a ton, who knows. And then I can get out of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can get out of a 10 swing, so we have to go 10, 10. Which, you know, definitely possible. But if he just goes 9 one more time, like I'm not gonna waste the corazon on a 9 on the third 9 swing. So I'll just counter out of the 9 swing, and then he loses on the spot. Because if I counter out of any of his kid swings, he loses. So he has to get over kid without me using the blockers, essentially, to win that game. And I don't really think he had a way to win next turn, or like no blockers to defend. But either way, let's go into the list one more time. So those are 3 more games on the rank sim, getting up there on there. I think my bounty is about 560 or something, 570 million. So either way, GG's to all those guys. Make sure to subscribe to Plastic Beach X3 for more One Piece videos, and peace out.